following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 2.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second match of the day here in Justice July. And this is going to probably be one of the most interesting matches we'll see in this first round. As we kick things off in the defense region with a first in the league, two people who are actually in a relationship together going at it in the round of 64, number 5 seed Nifty, who is close to a playoff spot, and number 12 seed Dia, who is just looking for that first career win in a non-DQ fashion. Hello, I am your host, G-Man. Let's get into it here. We'll jump to the schedule. And okay, that did not update, but I have magical powers called having it update in a second. But we do have the updated schedule. It's gonna pop up right about not now, but hold on, let's try that one more time, and there we go. Now it's updated, but we kicked off the action with Evan getting the win 4-1 and the not 9 a.m. about 9 a.m. game. Probably a little earlier than that, but Evan able to roll through with that one and get the win there. And then of course we have Nifty and Dia up next, kicking off the defense region, and then in about an hour and a half we have Taco and Odin to kick off the 2:15 doubleheader in the prosecution region, and then once again in the defense region, the 2:15. This time Joao Fei, two rookies going up against two players on the D2 championship bubble, so those will be two important matches for both of them. Both rookies looking to make a big upset and play spoiler for the two people who need this round of 64 win. Then we're going to take a bit of a break here and then come back at 6 p.m. with Jamie and Clint Green going at it, both at 2 wins, hoping to get something going here. And then wrapping up the night with our first playoff game to make the LCQ, Amazing Pikachu in a must-win situation to keep his season alive going up against Hull. We will see who gets the win there, but that should be a good one nonetheless. And before we jump into our stream, we'll take a look at the bracket. This is Prosecution Region. Myhale, our tournament winner from last time, is the number 1 seed. And then the winner of Scars and Mazwet will play on Thursday. They will play Myhale. This is the interesting pod here because, again, Nifty Dia coming up next, but if you look above, Emmy Atomic is the other one. If Emmy wins that match and if Nifty wins that match, that is a true playoff game happening in the round of 32. So we'll see if we get that, but both those players are looking to make the playoffs here, need to make the round of 16. Dia and Atomic both need a Final Four to make the playoffs, so they're going to go for broke here, but this will be an interesting pod to keep an eye out for, and depending on the results of this one, could make that Emmy Atomic game more interesting. I think we're the overlay. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna jump to the stream now. I'm joined by my co-commentator Yoshi, who will also be our ref. Tapir might hop in a little later as well, and we got a big crowd here. Yoshi, I mean, I think the biggest thing for this one, this is a big talking point coming in. The records are not right, but I'll fix that. The big talking point coming into this one was the fact that we scheduled this game and then realized later that they were actually in a relationship. So ironically, with this being Lovers Court, this is going to be peak Uno action here, as hopefully we do not see a divorce on stream. But your thoughts on how their dynamic changes the way they look at this matchup?
You know, this is going to be one of the more entertaining streams, I would assume, with the way that these players are related. So I think what I'm expecting is, I don't know if they've actually played against each other in like a practice game or something, but regardless, I think I think we'll be in for a good match. I see when you add this into the table, it basically becomes it pretty difficult to determine who's going to win because yeah, Dia hasn't gotten really a true win yet, maybe despite a DQ win, but I don't think that means that they are in a disadvantage here. I feel like this is actually going to be pretty close. Um, we have to keep in mind in the last match that they played, they did go 7 in their last match, so it's definitely not out of the cards for Dio to win this. We'll have to see how this goes. So I could see this going either way.
Right, we'll see how this all plays out, but let's go to our players here, starting off with Nifty. I mean, you're at 3 wins on the season. We mentioned it before. You need to make the round of 16 to be in the playoffs here. What are your thoughts going into this matchup, having to go through your better half to be one step closer to get into the postseason?
Yeah, obviously, I want to try to make it to the LCQ in this season. I would like for my run to not end quite here, despite starting a tournament later than most others in this league. Uh, but there is a little bit of sorrow and excitement in having to face against my partner here, Dia. We've played against each other in practice matches before, and we've also played together in a 2v2 Uno tournament that's going on over in the Uno Chronicles server that was just yesterday. We managed to win that match together. So I know that Dia is capable as a player. I've seen them go far in a Myth tournament before. But yeah, we'll see how this goes between us. I'm looking forward to see if they can turn it around on me.
All right, and we'll flip the question to Dia here. I mean, for your first two tournaments, haven't necessarily found a ton of success per se, but have shown some flashes of good gameplay. You come into this match with this being the last tournament of the season, and you're in more of a go for broke mode with 0 wins and need to make the final four for the playoffs. What are your thoughts here to try to get your first career win in a non DQ fashion and ruin your better half season?
Honestly, I feel like this probably is the most hype match that could have, like, come for me for like, starting off last season, trying to win something. Um, while I thank Nifty for giving me praises, he's also a really good like player because he knows a lot. He knows a lot of strategy as well, and a lot more has practiced a lot more techniques and stuff. So I feel like it'll be a very fun and exciting match between us. I don't think it'll be like total domination between one or the other, but at the very least, it'll be very exciting to watch, I feel.
All right, we will see how this will go. This has been a very anticipated match and one a lot of people are looking forward to. We have a pretty good crowd for this one. And with that said, I think we're good to get going here. So, Yoshi, doubling up as our commentator and ref here, can feel free to give the call for game one, as it'll be Nifty who has the higher seed for this.
Yeah, how many cards for game 1, Nifty?
You know how I like it. Let's go full 15, high tier.
All right, that is the second game in a row we are starting 15 on game one. And Dilemma
My
joined for
God.
a second and then left. But yeah, probably a few more people as well. That are just actually not in the call, but we are underway. This I guess Lovers Court is officially in session. There you go. But Rev 1's the opener here. And again, Yoshi, I mean, you were here for the 9 a.m. match. This is the second time we're starting on a full send for the series opener.
Yeah, and I feel like no one would have expected that. Usually we go for like a mid pack, maybe 7, 12, but 15. It's an interesting idea because you get rid of the full send early. Well, I mean, it's not CSR, so it could come back. But I mean, maybe getting rid of that full send early, right off the bat, might actually be better than waiting till the end.
Maybe that's what Puzzle Dan meant there, but Dia taking a second to think about this opening one, or opening move, not opening one. Or maybe it is an opening one if they play a one, we'll see, but
Yeah.
would have to be a red one.
Yeah, look, I think they gotta. I mean, if they need to take their time to assess all the cards that they have, then you can't really blame them for that.
I feel like we're gonna see
well,
a lot of these jokes during this match.
I think only if one of them just gets incredibly lucky, then maybe. But if they have a good match, then I don't think there's much to say. But we could start off with an early aggressive play. Yeah,
Ooh,
and that's
okay.
gonna be something right there.
Well, that's already comeback territory with 20.
Oh my god.
Nifty giving Dia their favorite color, and
Oh,
Dia
well,
rejecting it.
okay. We go back to red here.
Oh no, we
Nope,
go
never
back to
mind.
yellow.
Yeah, we're going crazy right now.
And there's the
Oh
+2.
my. Is that a +6 coming?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh wow, we are getting a really early ammo war here. Oh my
Oh,
god.
what is going on?
We're
Whoever
throwing
wins.
all the ammo down here, so we have a comeback guarantee no matter who wins this game.
Let me see. So that was an 8-card chain, and okay, Nifty 23, Dia 20. Winner gets a comeback win. Oh my god.
What did I do?
Holy.
All right, let's
All right, well,
let's take a quick flashback to see what Nifty did.
that was a +10. No. That was a
No,
+12.
+12, yeah.
I mean, Nifty. I mean, eventually you're gonna run out of that. So yeah, if I saw another +2, +6 chain, I would have lost my mind. So yeah, I think
We would have been throwing the
oh,
+2s out of the way right away.
these switches, man. So double the amount of cards, or it was double, but now it's 10 ahead of 10. So Dia just switching a lot right now. Going with the
Yeah.
light switching strategy.
Nifty a bit perplexed by this one. And I
Oh
think
no.
this is gonna be more ammo coming in. Gonna go for yep, there we go.
Okay.
Reverse into the red. Maybe a 3-card switch. No, we're going okay, we're doing the same thing as Dia did before with the yellow, except this time with the green.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a
Yeah,
5-card run.
just was looking to close the gap. I think that's fair. We're keeping it green though.
No +2s in that one though, so Dia in the same spot as
Yeah.
they were before.
Yeah. I think they've definitely used up their +2s. Then again, we still have 3 in the deck, so it could come in when we least expect it for sure. And Nifty had actually another skip as well. We go into red.
I think the craziest
We
thing
haven't
out of
seen
this, sorry to interrupt. I think the craziest thing out of this would be if there's no +4s, despite the chaotic start.
Oh my god. Well, I feel like this is kind of if there's anything that they should save, it would be some sort of wild of some sort. So I would assume that at least one of them has one.
Oh, there's the
Oh my
wild. Not a
god.
+4, but a wild.
Interesting, actually. They definitely were playing those green 3s and then ran out, so or at least presumably ran out. Can't always assume, but definitely an interesting play to go for that wild. I mean, yeah,
Oh, and a
we're
wild
gonna go to
Veron.
red.
Dia has the red though, so able to keep going lower and lower on the cards, and Dia runs
Well,
out.
okay, there we go.
That's what Nifty was looking for, and finally got it. So might be able to cook on this red a bit, or maybe got something. They got something else up their sleeve. Nope, just could be red.
All right, yeah, let's see what we got here. Both. Oh my, no way.
Red 7.
Okay, okay, yeah. Nah, I see what's happening here now.
Mind games galore.
So the red 7. How will Nifty respond to that? Okay,
By going
we're
one up,
just going up.
we're climbing the number ladder here, so 6, 7, 8, and then we get to switch
Oh,
to
there's
blue.
the blue.
Ooh, cross over the green.
Oh, yeah. You think Dia runs out of green at this point, but they
Well,
have
Dia
a
has a
wild.
wild.
Oh,
That might put the pressure on Nifty.
well, now it comes down to, does Nifty have anything?
No
No,
yellow.
no +4s from either player, it
Well,
seems.
Dia might have one still, but yellow 9, blue 9.
Oh,
If Dia has a
wait.
+4, it's over here, but if not,
True.
that's gonna be just like no +4.
Yeah.
Wow, there are no +4s. It looks like from that
After all that,
right
my
now.
God.
That's pretty crazy.
I, there's a lot going on in this game. Especially when we saw those early +2s. They're trying to close the game. Dia trying to close the game, but the numbers are just not working in their favor here.
Got the switch the red.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, just trying to make sure it doesn't go yellow. I think that's really all you need here. Dia really tried to keep it yellow. Now
All right,
Nifty might be able to
now
cook
here's
on
the run.
red.
There's the +2.
Oh no.
There's the
Oh,
+4.
this
So
might be it
they had a
actually.
hold on the +4 there.
Never mind. To be honest, that seemed like a potential finisher, but maybe Nifty is trying to play the probability of thinking, okay, a lot of ammo's been used. Going for that +6 might actually be a good move because we've seen 3 wilds be used, and there are still 3 +4s in the deck, but not much more ammo beside that. So yeah, Dia is gonna go into yellow and hope that stops Nifty's plan here.
We're just past 8 minutes 30 seconds here. I think this game alone was longer than every single game from the match from earlier in the morning. And Nifty draws
Wow.
here, so it's gonna keep going.
So not much yellow from Nifty in general. To be honest, I didn't know if Nifty was trying to fade the yellow or not, but it turns out he didn't have any. So it allows Dia to potentially come back here to keep going.
Alright, we have more than the what's it called? The
Oh
the
my
stream's able to
God.
hold, but another wild from Dia. I think that's every
That
single wild gone now.
So hold on. That's 3-1 on wilds in favor of Dia. My goodness. Regular wilds specifically. Now, I mean, Nifty gonna have to play that cool, but I mean, Dia still has 6 cards, so it's not necessarily doesn't necessarily mean anything yet. And Nifty almost to the actually pretty close here, but can Dia do something with 5 cards left? Oh, there it is. Finally getting that +4 in. Is this a potential run? Oh my God.
Red going
No,
crazy.
it's not. A similar move that Nifty did earlier with the +2 and a +4 into a blue. We see a triple play on a +4. Actually, ooh, wow. Trust City? Yeah, wow, okay. Very intense game from these two. What?
Okay.
We'll do that as well.
Why it's not taking the full page? I'm trying to see if I can have a fix for the VC since there's more than 10. So, but that might have to come later, or that might just have to be how we roll. But go back to
Oh,
yellow.
okay. Well then, and Dia runs out. So, if we look at the ammo at this point, what's left? I'm seeing we have a lot of blue ammo actually is still left in the table, and then a green +2. But Nifty starting to get the yellows.
Tia gets a top deck there. We'll see if that actually disrupts Nifty. It might have.
Okay.
That could give Dia some life here. Yeah, it looks like we're having another draw city, and this game continues. We are getting to the 12-minute mark.
Oh
And
my
this is going to be
god.
a long opener.
Yeah, very very intense game. I mean, and we have to, and we have to keep in mind like both these players were at least 20 cards at some point in this game, and where it shows how even this can really get with the way that the cards are dealt. We still have 2+4s left. Yellow doesn't have much left to work with. I mean, we do have 2 yellow skips on the table, which I could see being played if one of these guys need something other than need like a red or a blue switch.
Right, this is kind of some of what we were expecting coming into this one, but this draw city continues. Nifty, I guess trying to play around this in a way, but it is Dia's turn. There it is.
Yeah.
Can be answered now. Yellow skip. Okay, so do
Yeah.
have a run going, and it's gonna be.
Oh,
Ooh, I mean, if it's a green skip, that's a rainbow of skips.
I'm pretty sure the green skips are not on the table, so
Yeah,
that's really all Dia could do in terms of switching with skips at that point.
good 4
But
card
interesting
run
play.
there. Because now they're down to 3. Nifty down to 6, so
Mm.
Dia able to get some leverage here, and
No, it's
possibly set themselves up.
let's think about the risk of that play, because you go for those skips, which is interesting in a sense, but if Nifty finds the right color, well, this is an interesting switch. I actually, wow, yeah, that was a risk, but it paid off there.
Yeah, now Nifty has some momentum here. This has been a pretty good opening game, and the
Oh
blue 7
my.
is the switch. Nifty has the blue 1. Can Dia get down to Uno here? Is that the only blue they have?
I feel like to me this seems like an Uno potential, but then again, if for all we know, one of these guys could have a +4. Um, just waiting to use it at the right time, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have it. I mean, I feel like Dia should at least get to Uno here. I feel like they needed blue. We'll have to see though.
15 minutes here. Might get our first Uno call. Blue reverse. No, that's gonna be it. The blue's
Ooh.
actually gonna play a big for Dia here. I think that they were able to get something off that top deck to keep themselves in the spot they needed, but 15:09 is going to be the opener. But really interesting first match there. I mean, I think the first question for Dia is going to be what that draw was, because I'm curious if that was the blue 7. That definitely helped Dia a lot, but I guess that's the first thing I'll open up with for Dia.
Wait, can I answer now or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to know what the last draw was.
So yes, the blue 7 was a very lucky top draw. And yeah, the blue win was something I had planned for a bit, but unfortunately each time I tried to go for it, they'd either switch back or I could not get the cards needed. But unfortunately it worked out in the end. My first huge strike I feel I shouldn't have done in the end, but it worked out. So yeah.
Right, but I mean that is a good opener here. Yeah, no, you're good, Red. For Nifty, I mean, you were really close at times, but couldn't quite pull through in the end. I mean, were you close to a finish there potentially, or were you just still gonna
Yeah,
probably squander around a little bit?
yeah. Dia managed to have the winning plan before me, but I was starting to make up something towards the end there. When I saw the green, or well, wait, let me look back. When I saw the blue 4 go down, my hand was green 4, green 7, red 7. I also had a blue 1, yellow 1, and a wild +4. So I was just trying to wear down the number efficiency so that I could chain the +4 into a finish there. If Dia didn't have the finish and didn't, change it off of the 1, then I could have gone with that yellow 1 and then wild +4 into the last card that I needed. So I was pretty close there. It wasn't guaranteed though, and Dia just had the better end game plan than me in this case. So good job.
All right, well, Dia goes up 1-0 in a long game. We'll jump to game 2 here, but man, that was quite the opener. But Nifty still has the card, call, and it's still open table since they didn't get the win there. So still could pick anything from 5 to 15.
Yeah. Let's go down to 10 this time.
All right, gonna go, gonna do 2/3 of it, and red 5's the opener there. I feel like red 5 was one of the starts in one of the games from Evan Pirate, but I'd have to look back on that one. But red's gonna be very pleased with the starting color here, but we'll see how this one goes.
All right, early switch, but I mean, sometimes the 10 cards you may not even have a color. Could be sensing that Nifty doesn't have a lot on red, but we'll see. Oh yeah, red, and red is not happy about that, but
Red when you don't play red. But we are going blue, which is the color of the normal D2 players role. So jeez.
wow. Okay.
Well,
Let's go to yellow now, as I think both players just looking to avoid drawing, because then that you start to reveal your hand a bit more. Guess the yellow 9.
yellow 4, just running the numbers so far. I mean, again, Dia had that double there, so
Ooh,
are in
and
the
we
lead.
go into that. Yeah, back to red. So, and both players actually had it. So, maybe a bit of a fade from Nifty.
How long? What does the fade last though? That's gonna be the thing. Nifty's gonna
Oh
switch the
my
green.
goodness.
Diaz
Oh,
wants to test it though.
that's a good play.
Nifty with
He has
another cross over the
one.
1. Now it's a yellow. Not gonna be able to go back to the red this time.
Nifty with these interesting saves. The way that they're able to save some of these is
Ooh, and
very,
Dia
very
draws on
good.
that one. Not gonna be happy with that one. Nifty might be on a roll here.
We know what
And
comes next.
could be the finish. I think Dia's accepting their fate. There it is. Yeah, I mean, ironically, the switch back into the red might have been what Nifty was needing, because besides that, I don't think they had any. It didn't look like they had any other greens. So, ironically, that worked out the exact way that Nifty wanted it to. But gets the win in 2-12. Nifty back tied it up back on the board quickly. Your thoughts on that game and just kind of being able to get what you need to get those switches.
Yeah, sometimes you just get a little luckier with plan A. I knew I had to get off of red right away because I only had that red 9. And I needed it as a backup in case Dia wanted to swap back to red. But then, yeah, laid down that red one, and it was just what I needed to continue on a run. So I don't know if Dia had any other red cards to play in that moment, or if it was just luck of the cards, you know. I'm very happy to have that one go on a lot faster and end in a win to keep it even here.
Dia, your thoughts on that game? I think you were definitely you had the double early to take the tentative lead, but in the end, I think just one red one too many ultimately was what put
So
you in a bad spot there.
yeah, I am a little pissed because the thing is, so my plan was to run it all under red because I had a lot of reds that I could just go in a huge line with. But the thing is, I had 2-1, so I was like, you know what? I'll play 1-1. I'll have him switch. I'll as a bluff to be like, oh no, I only had this as red. Then I go back to red, and he pulls up another one. And I'm like, oh well, my bluff worked against me, and damn it. So yeah, that went really fast. I'm honestly a bit shocked still. It's like, God. But yeah, that was a great plan, Nifty, honestly.
Well, that is how this game goes sometimes, but we saw it there. But now it's 1-1 split here. Gonna switch over to the homestand here to Dia now. But split the first homestand here. We'll see what happens in the second. Yoshi, any thoughts after that one?
So yeah, I think. Look, yeah, that's yeah, that's difficult if you're Dia. I think that was a good idea. It was just unfortunate that Nifty also had the ones, which was also part of their game plan. So really, if I think both players had a good idea, it just Nifty got the edge because of the just having those 2-1s, which was part of their strategy to get the finish. So, I mean, sometimes what your strategy plays into theirs, and maybe you just gotta adjust. Maybe try and like not go for the immediate plan A and try and switch things up just to set the other player back.
All right. Well, we'll jump to game 3 here. Dia will have the call. Just can't pick 15.
Let's go for 14 then.
I'm gonna go 14. Likes the upper tier here. We're gonna go open this up with green 7. Also going
Yeah,
to
again, I mean,
this.
rolling with the high tiers, knowing that they were able to win on that, especially in a chaotic fashion as well, with the way that the explosive starts from both players. But we'll see if we get that again, or if we're gonna try and play a bit more cool this time.
All right, gonna keep it cool for now. Green 6 goes 1 down. And if he's gonna throw a +2 right away, so putting Dia as 16 already, or 15 already. Oh, and gets the
Ooh, and
top,
gets a 0.
gets the 0 switch now, so we go into red. Red is pleased with that one, but Dia looking for something else here potentially. All right, gonna go with the red 5, so goes 1 down. Ooh, Nifty, bringing out some of those classic Rana strats here potentially.
And that is okay. Well, that's the third color. Okay, and we go back to green. Really playing with these switches, but Nifty wants the blue.
We'll see how this one plays out here, but Nifty going for the early wild here to try to force out any blue from Dia here.
This could be a pretty scary sign, or maybe it's a strategy that Nifty's trying to do.
Ooh, Dia runs out, so
We'll see what's left here. Oh, okay. Gets a switch on the 8 from that draw.
I think Nifty's gonna note that for later, but I think they accomplished what they were hoping for out of that.
Yes, an interest. Very looks like it's Nifty with that wild blue ends up paying off. But now, how do they deal with
Ooh,
the
another
oh my?
wild. Now in the yellow this time.
Well, I guess that explains it. Can Dia play on the yellow? Yes, but can't switch. Definitely concerning, but I mean, just seems like a not a just seems like a pretty tough hand. Not much control they can really do.
Yeah, well, what's it called? Nifty is just kind of running these numbers down here, has the wilds to kind of just get the switches they need. But deal with a red 9 here.
Yeah, so at the very least, they can't switch back into yellow with the 9. Does Nifty have another wild? That would be ridiculous. Oh
Red
no,
skip
wait a
up. Well,
minute.
there is the last wild there. Right at the end. But yeah,
Uh,
yellow and red. I mean, D was in a tough spot anyways, no matter the case, because it was red or yellow skip to finish that one. But yeah,
wow.
and then the third wild to close it out.
I mean, I was right. I actually I was thinking that Nifty might have had another wild, but didn't need to use it because Dia just didn't have the cards to really stop it. Or at least I assume so.
Yeah, well, Nifty. I mean, triple wilds here. I mean, we talk about jackpot June and D1. That will get you something there. But for here, it gets you a good game win. Your thoughts on how that one went and just being able to um, kind of walk your way through the colors with the free will of the wilds.
Yeah, so clearly, getting 3 wilds at the gate is insane luck. But you also have to know how to play the cards in order to control the colors in your favor. So I was trying to systematically use them only when I had to like control the flow of that match in my favor. Um, I wanted to, of course, get rid of that red 6 early on and then move on to blue. Uh, So that's why I wasn't afraid to get that green +2 and 0 out of the way early on, and I was very glad to see the skip into red right after that. So things just kind of played into my favor a little bit, but it was also about trying to figure out how to control the game with the colors here.
All right, and then for Dia, you said you had you had an exact same strat to Nifty. Do you want to maybe give a little insight on that one and just kind of
Yeah,
where it went wrong?
so my strategy was basically exactly the same as Nifty's, but in reverse. Instead of like attacking on getting the colors done, I was like switching colors to whittle them down slowly, each of them, because I had a lot on all the colors, and I was gonna finish with 2 skips and stuff like that. And then, so seeing him do the exact same strategy, but like in a sort of reverse way, it's kind of wild, to be honest. Like, what is this connection, you know? Literally, like. Yeah, I was playing the same strategy but defensively, and I think where it went wrong is that yeah, maybe I should have gone a bit more on the attack, but the main thing is I had nothing to counter to like give him more cards at all. And then he had the 3 wilds, so it's like, I was at a much bigger disadvantage deck wise in this. But yeah, that was a pretty fun one though. Yeah.
3 minutes 47. And again, that happens as we wrap up game 3, heading to game 4. Tapir has joined the commentary booth. Tapir, welcome to the call. Your thoughts on this series so far? It is 2-1 Nifty at the moment.
Hello, hello. Great to be here. Happy Sunday, everyone. Really liked Nifty's thoughts on his strategy there with the 3 wilds. Obviously, when you have 3 wilds, you got to be really careful because you want to try and save some of those for trying to get to the colors that you want and the numbers you need. So I'm really happy to see that he's using those strats to his advantage. As for Dia, obviously behind by 1, started on that 15 start full send, but plenty of time to recover. And I don't know much about them, but I'm sure that they will do just fine today as we get into that wonderful, absolutely glorious game 4.
We've been pacing these first 3 games, but now it's appear here. We are going to start driving. Dia with the call for game 4 just can't pick 15. What it'll be?
Let's go for 12.
All right, gonna go 2 down here. And another red start, like game 2. So red 8. I mean, we've seen how this series has gone so far. Away, home, away. So maybe we get a home win here. We'll see. But Nifty gonna hope to get this win to go up 3-1.
We say many times that a 3-1 lead is better than 2-2, so it's going to be a huge win for Nifty if he goes up 3.
Yeah, this is the second game in a row Nifty has done the +2 right off the bat. So I don't think Dia's gonna take too kindly to this. And that's another 0 switch off the bat. Oh my god. This is
For sure, the 0 switches. For sure.
This is going kind of similar to how game 3 went, which may not be a good thing for Dia, but could maybe rewrite history here as we go into green.
I'm looking back at the stats here. The ammo seems to be really kind of even on both sides. You have Nifty leading in some categories and Dia leading in others. So we'll see just how they can balance that out. I see Dia had an 8-card chain, looking to perhaps improve on that.
Oh, Nifty runs out on red here, so bit of a trouble spot here early. And can't find anything off the 9 here, so Dia might have found something on this red and might be able to roll with this.
Nifty looking for a top deck, does not get it yet. Here comes Dia for another run possibly. Keeping it red. Nope, switch to blue here. Might be the break Nifty needs.
It is
blue 2 there.
going to be a break. Climbs up the ladder for 1 number, but Dia doing a lot of damage here on that run with red.
Ditto play. Here comes Nifty.
I don't think there's a third blue too. That would have been a bit of an eyebrow.
Okay, yeah. That'd have been crazy.
All right, gonna keep climbing up the ladder here. Blue 3. Yeah, I mean, if that worked, we would have had to take a look at that one because that would have been a illegal blue 2. But blue 7 is gonna be the play from Dia now, and I guess I'll switch to green.
Perfect for Justice July. I object.
I mean, we have the soundboard, so you could throw that out as well, but yeah, we're running green. Big run. Yeah, Nifty was at 8 here, so we have 2 so far. Oh my goodness, that's now 5. That is going to be a crazy way to end. No, it is not over yet. It's Nifty is down to 2 though. That's a 6-card run. Dia has 4 cards. Nifty saying that Dia only has 1 shot. Ooh, +4. Looks like Dia's gonna throw out the objection. There it is. And we go into green now.
Are you sure it's in the soundboard? Where is that?
It's wild +4. It's wild +4. There you go.
Oh, I got it. Okay. Yeah.
I could rename it to the actual shouts instead, but I just did it as part of it. Dia gets the Uno, but nearly missed the call. But that switch to yellow is going to be a risky one for Nifty. We'll see what happens here, and Wild is gonna close it, so Dia gets the win there from the
Oh.
+4. I mean I think the yellow switch ultimately put Nifty in a worse spot there, but I mean it was gonna be Uno no matter what there, but it's 2-2 now, so all tied up here. But
Kind of there. Yep.
Tia, your thoughts on that
Effective
one?
best of 3 now.
Yeah, Tia, your thoughts on that one? I mean, you definitely had a bit of a scare there in the middle with the 6 card run from Nifty, but was able to get the win there and pull away. Your thoughts on how that one went?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. If he got the winning run from that many cards, I was going to crash out live. I'm not kidding. I'm like, I don't even need to sign those divorce papers. I disappear into like a whole other continent at that point. Jesus, can never find me ever again. But yeah, I'm glad that it managed to go so well. And when I saw him play the yellow switch it to yellow, it's like, oh well, actually that helps me a lot. And so yeah, and I feel so lucky that I got the +4 because I think that's the only thing that's saved me here. Like if I did not have that +4, I was done. I was cooked. It was over.
I want to be so real. I did not have the finish, and I was baiting you to give
my
me more
God.
cards.
Ain't no way.
But that said, I did switch over to yellow because I was like, okay, I have more yellow than any other color. I had only a green one. I don't know if that would have helped you out at all, but like I felt like I could make a run on yellow, and I honestly just
Yeah.
lost sight of how many cards you were. You know, I didn't realize you were that close to Uno until you
Yeah.
called it. So yeah.
I'll be honest, by the time I got to the 2 cards, my win was pretty guaranteed. Like no ego, but it was basically wild and then 1 color. So there was like genuinely 0 chance unless you threw out like super unless you threw out again like a whole skip reverse run and then
Nah,
+2 or something.
yeah, I wasn't lucky enough to get a wild or anything off that +4 play. So good game on that. Nice one.
Yeah, good game, good game. That was exciting.
Was an exciting one indeed. To Pierre, any comments on that one? I mean, again, heard it from Nifty was trying to bait the cards, but didn't seem like to get any from them, or get any cards from that +4. But your thoughts on how that one goes? And now we're in pretty much a best of 3 here.
Yeah, I mean it's best of 3 now, and it's gonna be exciting one for sure. I guess sometimes you just have to try and, if you don't have any further plays there, just try and get those extra cards however you can. A lot of times you'll see in D1 some of the lesser used tactics would be to bait the call out and stuff like that if you just don't have anything left. So that's kind of in that same vein, but I'm excited to see how the rest of this match goes.
All right, best of 3 here. Home side flips again, goes to Nifty once more, and they will have to call. Just can't pick 14. So
Let's whittle it down a bit more. Let's go 7 cards.
all right, this is the lowest we've seen so far. Gonna go for the OG start here. Haven't really seen this low tier, and it's a wild start. Free choice pick for this game 5 here. That could be big for Nifty here, but I always mention this could be a double-edged sword, so we'll see what Nifty does here.
Gotta be a draw. Gotta be a draw.
There's the draw. We'll see if
Amen, brother.
there it is.
Love it. Well played.
So now we're basically at an 8-card start here. And Nifty opens up with the red 0. Hoping to not get switched on the 0 for a 3rd game in a row, and does not get it. So keeps it going on red. A lot of people loving the culture here.
Gotta be.
Although to be fair, some of it could also feel like peer pressure to do it, because we've seen what happens if someone initiates it and you don't do it. But a draw city early on red here, so both run out with only 2 reds to start the game off.
Obviously, it should be noted on a 7 start that is possible. You just don't have any reds to go behind with.
Yeah, just Nifty try to start the red here early. Maybe was looking for the right placement to get the switch, but just did not get it. So he now waits to see if he could either find a red in his deck or find a switch out. Yeah, we are stacking the cards here as both are about to go to 13. There it is. There's the switch. We are out of red and we go into green now with the green 4. And Dia holds on to the red 4 to force another draw out of Nifty. We'll see if Dia has some red now to maybe go on this, or if they keep drawing. It's gonna be a draw again. That's actually a good play for Dia, especially if they're not liking where their hand's at right now to hold on to that second red 4. Alright, Nifty gets a red, so breaks it a bit.
Yeah, a little bit there. Well played. Very nicely done.
Alright, and now we're gonna start rolling on red here. For a little bit, but Nifty gets the draw on red 9. Can Dia possibly get the switch? There it is, green 9.
Should be the break Nifty needs here. We did see that green 4 earlier from Nifty, so he might have some more. Yep, green 1 there. Top floor to the ground floor. Green 6 from Dia. Here comes Nifty again. He's up by 2, or down by 2 rather. Dia's still going to have the lead here as we go to yellow.
Yeah, keeps it rolling
Yellow
on the
3
yellow
now.
here. Yeah, it could split in half, but I mean, this is pretty much 3-color game at this point. Gonna be a 3-card run here. Ball keeping it on the yellow for Nifty. I think that's gonna close the gap because they were behind a bit, and that's actually gonna give them the possession arrow lead. And so we'll see if they can keep going on yellow, though. That is the thing. Well, they can. Alright. So yeah, Nifty with possession arrow lead. It's just really gonna be how long can this yellow keep running, or if we'll get a switch here.
Could go all the way down, you'd think. Although we just haven't seen blue for any blue. Have not seen blue yet.
Well, speaking of blue,
There
there
you
it
go.
is. Dia gonna initiate it, and Nifty could have swapped on the blue there before, and Dia could have also swapped on the blue there before. So interesting that Dia decided to go for the wild there instead of the blue 1 switch. But Nifty could have trying to go for green. Ooh, and it's gonna be a bit of a run here potentially. Could Dia find a finisher here at this point? Blue skip.
Getting down there, plus 2 left here.
+4, that's gonna be it.
There you go. Yep.
Green and blue are the
Last
colors.
one to end.
And a wild
Oh, and
to end
another
it off.
wild.
Big ending there. Now Dia's up 3-2. The way this has gone, it's been home away. It's been away home away home away. So Dia possibly in the driver's seat to get the upset here, but 3-2 for Dia, 1 away. Dia, I mean, you were really strong on blue and green. Had a really good save on the red 4 to force another draw out of Nifty, but your thoughts as you are now in a good position here to possibly get the victory here.
I'm honestly super hyped. This match went like perfectly. Like it could not have gone better. Like I had my plan set at some point, and nothing snagged in the way. It just continued going super well. I'm so yeah. That was a fun pickup round though. I honestly I considered for a bit just mirroring Nifty for a bit just to see at the beginning just to see how it all went, but then at some point it was like, I could probably build something here. Let me just draw a bit more so I can like, go off on a run or something, and it worked.
All right. Nifty will go to you here. It is 3-2 here. Your back is against the wall for both this match and your season. Your thoughts on how you win these last 2 games to keep yourself alive, at least force a game 7 and try to get the win.
Yeah, before I answer that, I just wanted to share my hand at the end there. I had a path to the end as well between the blues and the greens. I just did not have the ammo play that Dia did, so kudos on that. I definitely need to use the power play like immediately. That's what I'm thinking about. I probably should have used it to try and stop that run that Dia had at the end there, but it just didn't cross my mind until like the very last call of it. So I'm gonna have to be a bit more proactive on that and try to salvage this from being the end in 6. Maybe we can bring it to 7, and no matter what, if I lose here and get robbed of the LCQ, I'm happy that it's by the hands of my partner here. uh, I just would like to continue my run here if I can. So yeah, it's do or die. That's how I feel.
Yeah, we'll be do or die here. We'll see who gets gets the win here. If Nifty wins this game 6, we will go to game 7. But I mean, superior thoughts. I think Dia kind of just took control of that game after the draw city was all said and done. But Dia in a really good spot at this point. With 2 games to go.
Yeah, so even if he had used his power play there to stop the run, Dia still had that +4 and wild behind, so it's very possible and probable that they would just end with that anyway, and then just essentially delay the inevitable and use up that power play without much to show for it. So I don't hate saving it there, but we will see. Have to win the next 2 games here, game 6 and 7, to overtake that 3-2 deficit. So we'll see how that goes. Nifty obviously has shown he is capable of doing that, and so I'm sure that he's going to do what he can to take that win.
All right. Well, at most 2 games to go. At least one more. It will be game 6. Dia will have the call. We've seen how the trend goes with away home, so Nifty looking to destroy the trend right now. But Dia has the call for game 6. We'll see what they go with.
All right, time to go with my lucky number 5.
Oh, no send here. I
Ooh.
could
Are
see
you
the
kidding
vision.
me? Why?
I could kind of see the vision here, but this is gonna be a risky call. Green +2 the
Know what that
open.
means.
Let's go gambling!
No way. Dia has a green +2.
No way.
It leaves the door open. So now they could be subjected to a +6 here. And there it is.
No
I mean,
way.
you asked for it. And suddenly we are at much higher cards here, 7 and 11. But yeah, Dia asked for it, and Nifty was more than welcome to. And now Nifty looking to go on a run here, goes into the yellow. Ooh, light switching. There's a lot of light switching here. Nifty is trying to play this tricky. They do want to force this game 7. And after a very chaotic start here, Dia is just looking to find their way back into this. They do not have a yellow 5. They do have a blue 8 though. Nifty keeps it going on blue. Switch the green. Can Nifty keep things going, or will it be a draw? Gonna keep things going here. So down to 3. Nifty could be close to a finish here potentially. Just depends on how these cards line up.
Back there to 7. Here comes Dia for possible response. It's interesting, it'd be with down to 2 here, it'd be a last chance for Dia to do something.
Nifty
Nope,
draws.
Nifty's gonna run out. Gonna go back up to 3 now.
Guess to switch the yellow. Can Nifty get something going here? No, nothing for Nifty.
Just like that, Dia closed the gap here and now took the lead.
Yeah, I mean, if Nifty cannot really find anything on these draws, that this could be curtains. Dia keeps just slowly rolling through this. And Nifty's probably going to take a second to try to think about this now, because does not seem they're able to find much here at this point. Was down to 2 at one point, but couldn't find any more on the green, and can't find anything on this yellow at the moment. I think I know what's coming here. Power play. Okay, this is going to be more of a defensive power play to try to prevent Dia from getting a finish here. Goes for the red
Yep, may
one,
as well
so...
use it.
Okay, so
Might
has the
as well.
red, and
Can't
they
take it
actually...
with
That's
you.
going to tie it. Dia has the red one. They go down to 2. Nifty also goes down to 2. We'll see what happens here. That one extra draw could have spoiled this for Dia, and probably will not do that. So Dia with the power
And
play
it's not
here.
back-to-back power play. That is not back-to-back, so that is legal.
Oh, and it's a double
That's gonna be
red.
it.
Oh, wow. So the red switch actually is what does Nifty in.
Crazy. Because then, yeah, they would have had to have drawn some more, and then potentially prolong that a while. Well, there you go. 4 and wrapped up here.
Dia's going to get the win here, and unfortunately for Nifty, that will be it. Not able to get the win here, but really good series. Dia gets their true first career win here with the W over Nifty, and they will be moving on to the next round. Dia, I mean, I think the back half was really where you were able to shine here, and I mean, I think following the trend of away home helped you a lot. Your comments on especially the opening of that game with the +2 and then getting +6 afterwards, and then just kind of your thoughts as you do get the win and move on.
Yeah, so the +2 was supposed to be a meme. I didn't expect him to actually have something against it. I was like, I put it in, I was like, it's so funny. But then I realized, oh, he's probably has something in it. So I was like, no, please don't do this. But yeah, I'm really happy about everything went, and I'm really glad that my winning plan matched accordingly to what Nifty had in cards. But yeah, thank you very much for the match, and thank you, Nifty, for playing against me. I'm going to win for you, I promise.
You have to make it to the final 4 now. I mean, you robbed me of the LCQ.
Yeah,
You better make it.
I'm gonna carry your will with me to the final 4. Watch.
Please keep going. This was actually a really fun game, and I'm glad to see
Yeah.
that you improved. I feel like I've been able to find the upper hand against you in most of our practice matches, but you actually pulled it out in the real deal, so I'm I'm really happy about that. And if I
Yeah.
had to lose to anyone here, I'm glad it's you. So I'm
Yeah.
not too upset about this. This was a fun game.
Yeah. Thank you for the game again.
Yeah, I mean, you see, Dia actually won 3 straight towards the end there. So again, back half series was on a roll. Nifty, I'm curious what the last 2 cards were there, because it seemed like you maybe could have found something on red there, but yellow and green were a massive struggle.
It it was really desperation. So I was like, I wanted to use the power play there, right? Because um I was thinking of switching it over to red, but if Dia had like a +4 or whatever, then that could have been curtains already. So I had a red 4, a blue 4, and a green skip. So I laid down the red 4 intending to switch it over to blue, and then I don't know, maybe from there I find some miracle, but I had no way to get to that green skip, man. It was just like trying to survive, and I was not able to win that battle. So
All right,
ugh,
well, again, that happens. It was a good
yeah, not much
series.
more to say on it.
Yeah, Tia gets the win and moves on. Nifty, unfortunately, tournament will end here, and unfortunately will not make it to the LCQ, but still a good showing nonetheless. But we'll look at the bracket here. Dia moves on, and we'll have to end another person's season if they want to keep going here, no matter what, whether it's Emmy or a topic. We'll find out who that is in the upcoming days here, but again, That's going to be something to watch out for. Emmy, another person at 3 wins looking to make the LCQ. She's made it through the round of 64 in all 3 tournaments so far. She's looking to make it 4 for 4. We'll see if she can do that. But Dia also with a ranked win as well. Nifty came into these rankings number 20, so Dia gets a top 25 win on her resume as well. But Tapir, your final thoughts on this match? Dia was able to kind of roll through with it the back half of the series and get the job done. And I think for Nifty, just thinks enough all the way. They needed it towards the end.
Yeah, I mean, what's interesting is winning that game on a 5-card start on a no send and winning the series there. Find that really interesting. Yeah, so it's going to be 4-2 for Dia. Nifty obviously going to be packing up after this, but I think the main thing for him to remember is obviously law of averages, right? He did have the lesser end of the wilds and wild plus 4s there, 3-2 and 6-4. So obviously that's going to come back for him, and he's going to get the upper hand on that eventually. So it's going to be just him honing his skills and continue practicing, and I'm sure he's going to be back up here very, very soon. Perhaps next year or even sooner for Dia. It's going to be just trying to get all the wins best they can for the next match, and then hopefully continue that on towards the final. So yep, that's about it. Obviously, it's going to be a great match in the future.
All right, well that will do. We have some more matches coming up for you soon. Again, in about 30 minutes, Taco Odin will kick off, and then about 30 minutes after that, Joao Fei will get things going here. That will kick off our afternoon slate, and then of course in the evening, Jamie Clint Green, and then wrapping up the night, Amazing Pikachu Hole. Amazing Pikachu needing to win that game to make the LCQ for a 2nd season in a row. That's going to do it for us. Thank you all so much for watching. We will be back later tonight with Tapir and Short, as they will be doing some late night driving for our final stream match of the day. Justice July is off and running here, but the action will stop today, so we got some more non-stream games going on in just a bit. But make sure you check out the server and all our socials. Again, on behalf of the MRE team, my co-commentators Tapir and Yoshi, and our players, thank you all so much for watching. Congratulations to Dia on getting the win here. And we will catch you all later tonight for some more MRE Uno Just July action. But until then, take care, everybody.
This has been a presentation of MRE Uno Division 2.